Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your Travel God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here for a cold as balls Friday afternoon. It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday, that's something for the weekend. But it's Friday afternoon, January the 16th, at the midpoint of the month, the first month of 2026, right at the midpoint already, jeez, so... But anyway, thank you all for watching on this Friday afternoon, right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/PeterJoseph. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there, you know where it is, in the description box below, and my pants. So, and subscribe to my other channels, all down there too. So, do it now, because I said so. And don't forget to leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos on my respective channels from the past, the present, and in the future, Conan. So, do that too. But if these super comments, you get sent to the Shadow Realm. Place it in Iron Maiden, and then Ozzy and Satan will eat your soul, and you'll never be heard from again. And if you don't like it, well, too bad. Cry me river, little man. And, that's pretty much it. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications. Don't miss the next one, because you miss anything, well, you need to get slapped because you're, you know what, and you know what that means too. So. You missed it. Your fault, not mine. So. It is what it is. And if you're brand new here, if you're here for the first time, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, you grab your nice, tasty cold one. This is apple juice. Just going light today. We'll drink some regular Pepsi later. Because, got stuff to do later. But in any case, grab your nice, tasty, cold one, whatever you got. I got apple juice, whatever you got. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great, well, go somewhere else. And do something! Do something! Do something with your life. That's pretty much it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. It's cold here in the Northeast, very windy, cold, might be getting some snow tomorrow, not much, but, so, just enough to kind of make the sidewalks and maybe the roads a little bit slick this weekend, so be careful on the way out, if you're in the Northeast or down south, might be snowing out and raining down there, so be careful, and all that other stuff, but, yeah, next week, we're getting maybe a bigger one. Maybe by next weekend, might be getting about 4 inches. Ugh! Winter just won't get out of here! Now we gotta worry about the hedgehog coming up in a couple weeks. What he says. Or she, well, it's he, basically. I don't think there's a she. So, yeah, pretty much, 2 weeks from Tuesday. No, not Tuesday, sorry. 2 weeks from Monday, February the 2nd, we all know is Groundhog's Day. And, we'll see what that hedgehog says. Hopefully we get a early spring. I think we got that last year. But, we'll see what happens this year. And, that's that. But even if the hedgehog says we're getting an early spring, we'll get snow up to April. Who knows around my neck of the woods, but gotta go with what you gotta do. So, if you have the snow melt, you put it away, take it back out. I'm going to be doing that probably later tonight or early tomorrow. And that's that. But be safe and be well wherever you may be. And hopefully the weather is fine where you are. And that's that. Alright, not about the weather. I'm not your weatherman, but you like me talking about it. But it's cold. It's the winter time. We got that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got SmackDown coming away in about 20 some odd minutes. If you have a VPN, you get to watch it live on Netflix. If not, you have to wait till 8 o'clock on the USA Network. So, sucks to be you. But we're probably going from 3 to 5 anyway, and then we got a break, and then if you haven't seen it, and you just got home from work at 5, 6 o'clock, at least you're like, oh, SmackDown's on, but you get the spoilers, but, we got that. We will talk about SmackDown later. We'll also talk about AEW Dynamite. Also talk about TNA Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor, and TNA's, actually, we'll do a separate video for TNA today about the AMC debut, or debut, whatever you want to call it, which a lot of people said it wasn't great. I thought it was okay, not great. I think showing the empty seats was a really bad production move. Just saying. But, interesting things happen there. We all know who won the title. And what's happening tomorrow with Genesis. Which I think the card looks great. I think Genesis might be an early candidate next to Wrestle Kingdom for pay-per-view of the year. I know we got a long way to go, but, we'll see. Well, TNA pay-per-view of the year, or not overall pay-per-view of the year yet. Well, we'll get there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, minus all that, that's later, so stay tuned later, probably after 5, 6 o'clock, after SmackDown goes off the air. We're not going to do the review till probably after the USA showing, probably on like 9, 10 o'clock we'll do that. We'll see what happens with that. I got a lot of videos to make, and then hopefully I can get some of them done today, some of them maybe tomorrow, because we got Genesis, we got the Niners game tomorrow, we got Triple Op on Fox debut, that's going to be on YouTube at the same time as Genesis, I believe, or maybe at 9 o'clock. So, lots of stuff tomorrow, so it's insane. I'm not going to do the Triple A stuff, but I'll be talking about the Niners, talk about TNA Genesis, do my predictions tomorrow, and then maybe tomorrow night or Sunday we'll do the review for Genesis. So, lots of stuff coming, so please hit that bell. Right now! Now! Everything I just said is gonna happen right now, and I want you to do it right now. But what happened then? You probably missed it. So, I don't know. We move on. Alright. I know 7 minutes to spiel, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about this interesting subject. I saw this on Instagram. I saw it on Facebook. I thought it was bullshit. Because most things you see on Instagram and Facebook and sometimes X tend to be bullshit from the so-called wrestling dirt sheet sites that's like, oh, this guy's gonna retire, this guy is gonna win the title, and then you go to it and it doesn't happen. Like, oh, like Uncle, you get the Uncle Dave treatment. Like, oh yeah, he said this, oh, it never happened, Dave. David, Uncle Dave. But this particular video, and the title, as the title below says, we're gonna be talking about, hey kids, it's Edge. Yeah, Adam Copeland. There's a big story going around, and you could go to Google and type in Edge retiring at Wrestledream 2026. It actually comes up, but not many dirt sheets are picking it up. So take this with a grain of salt, okay? And I might put, is Edge retiring at Wrestledream, or Edge retires at Wrestledream, ? But we got that. Now, I'm reading this from Google. I'm not, any dirt sheet. Because I saw it on Facebook saying Edge is set to end his wrestling career at AEW Wrestledream in Toronto in October, which is October the, I think it said the 18th. So, we'll have to see about that. But anyway, reports and rumors suggest that Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge, may retire at AEW Wrestledream 2026 in Toronto as his contract expires right around that time, aligning with his stated desire to finish his career in his hometown, and after acknowledging he doesn't have much left in the tank. Though no official confirmation exists, even from Edge. He said he wants to retire. He's 52 years old, going to be 53 this year. By the time we hit Wrestledream, he'd be 53. So I got that. Alright, so his contract is rumored to end in October, the same month as Wrestledream. Now we know that's usually early October. And it has been in the West Coast. Now we're going to have it in Toronto at Scotiabank Arena in Edge's hometown. And it kind of fits that Edge should go out the way he should go out in his hometown. Against who? I would love for him and Kenny Omega to go at it in Edge's final match. I mean, it kind of fits because they have two Canadians. You know, I mean, Christian will be there, obviously. You know, his best friend, and they had a very heated feud most of last year, even with FTR and all that stuff. What happened? I forgot what. I think it was at Wrestledream last year where he got beat up, and you know they took him out and everything. But anyway, so Edge has said the 52-year-old has spoken about not having much longer left in wrestling, linking his retirement timelines with contracts end in October. And several sources indicate AEW is planning his retirement match for Wrestledream 2026, marking the end of a significant era in wrestling. And like I said, well, it's not officially confirmed. Strong indications point to Wrestledream as the farewell match for Adam Copeland. So, like I said, take it with a grain of salt, because I haven't seen on Ringside News or other dirt sheets pick this up. I'm on Google now, and on Facebook and Instagram have it from a so-called, I don't know if it's an actual credible dirt sheet source, sportsbash.com or sportsbash.in, whatever it is. Wrestling Epicenter has the story if you want to go there too. WrestlingEpicenter.com. Yeah, that was 17 hours ago, so that was like pretty much yesterday. Facebook has it. And most of the other stuff is like from last year, but the current situation right now, let me see if any others picked it up at this time, but I haven't seen anything on like Ringside News or anything like that. So yeah, pretty much the same thing. So yeah, so if this is true, Edge is going to retire. We got a lot of retirements. We had Cena's retirement a month ago. He tapped out like a little bitch to Walter. AJ Styles is retiring, I think, after Mania. Or at Mania. Brock Lesnar is reported to be retiring in his hometown of Minneapolis at SummerSlam. I think Walter will retire him too, because he's the career killer. There's a report that Jericho might be retiring if he comes back to the WWE and goes on his retirement tour. And maybe Walter takes care of him too. But like I said, if Edge does retire, we're going to have 3, possibly 4 retirements this year. It's going to be insane. So, but as far as Jericho goes, we don't know if he's coming back at the Rumble yet. And the stadium still hasn't been built. You telling me you can't build a stadium in the next 15 days? And it's supposed to be like a 30,000 seat stadium, which looks like shit, by the way. I've seen pictures and video of the construction of this fucking place. I'm like, I don't think they're gonna get done. I think they're gonna do some rinky-dink little setup, like almost like a WrestleMania 9 Caesar's Palace type thing. That was bad. I really think the Royal Rumble should not have been in Saudi Arabia. I'm worried. I'm not that worried about WrestleMania next year, because God forbid it's in that stadium we're going to have Royal Rumble this year. But then again, they could do it in this little rinky-dink stadium and build it even more after the Royal Rumble's done. It's like, all right, we're going to keep constructing this monstrosity, and then we'll have it ready for next year. Because usually stadiums take a long time to get built. Because you gotta tear down the old stadium and then rebuild the new stadium like right next to it, like they did with Citi Field with the Mets. they started building it, like, I think in 2007 and then 2008. I think it opened in 2009, I believe. Yeah, 2009 it opened. But from 2007 and 8, pretty much it was being built, the groundwork and everything. And then right after the season ended in 2008, they tore that thing down. And Citi Field's been around for, 17 years now. Not the greatest looking stadium, but, it's going to be pretty much soon to be right across the street from the Hard Rock Casino. Uncle Stevie bought a casino. Why not? He has all this money, he couldn't even get fucking Kyle Tucker. It goes to the NWO Dodgers, who have $2.1 billion on the books. That's crazy. Where's the salary cap when you need it, huh? Shit. But now the Mets are like, okay, we're going to do the... So I know the Mets fans are all mad. So Uncle Stevie and David Stern's like, okay, we got plan B. So they got Bo Bichette today. 3 years, $126 million. So he's going to play third base. So I assume him and Beatty are going to platoon. What happens with Vientos, I don't know. I would rather trade him for some pitching or somebody. And who knows if they can even have any money for Bellinger. And there's talk that he might go back to the Yankees. So not a great offseason for the Mets or the Yankees. Not a great offseason. I think the winners and undisputed champions of this offseason is the NWO Dodgers, who are just too damn cheap. No, not cheap. They're buying rings. That's what they are. Everybody wants to go to LA and play for them and win a title, basically. They're going for the three-peat. They think they're the Chicago Bulls of Major League Baseball. And I don't even think anybody wants to play this year. Who wants to watch baseball this year? Because the Dodgers might win it this year. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but the way the Dodgers lineup is right now, woo boy. Ohtani, Freeman, now you got Tucker, Mookie Betts, and so many of them. Then you got Edwin Diaz to close, who could go back to his Jekyll and Hyde days as a Met. Remember when he first started here, Met fans? I can only imagine when he comes to New York, the ovation he gets, whether it be good or bad, probably be mixed. I think it might be mixed. I don't think they're going to boo his ass out the fucking stadium, but I don't know. But yeah, the Mets got a big bat. Whether it helps them in the offense, they got Simeon, they got Bichette right now, they got Polanco. I don't like the pitching at all. And basically, you got Tong, McLean, Sprout, Peterson, who just re-signed for a year, possibly Senga as your number 4 or 5, he wants to be an ace. Yeah, right. See if he actually can stay healthy for a year. I'm not too fond of the Mets starting pitcher right now. And the bullpen, besides Devin Williams and Luke Weaver. So I'm not looking forward to a great 2026 season for the Mets or the Yankees. Who do the Yankees get? Like some guy. They get anybody, really. They got no bullpen. Not much starting pitching. Besides Matt Fried, who's garbage. Rodon, I don't know if he's coming back this year. And then you got Garrett Cole coming off Tommy John surgery. See how he is after that. I think the Yankees and the Mets are probably going to be in Cancun by July. Or August. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, minus that. A lot of retirements. And this year is just going to be weird in the world of professional wrestling and professional sports. So leave me your thoughts and opinions. What do you guys think of Edge possibly retiring at Wrestledream in October in Toronto, in his hometown? And that's pretty much it. Alright, let me get out of here. I'm going to go watch SmackDown now on the VPN on my Netflix. I'm going to fire it up. And like I said, I will do the SmackDown review probably later tonight. Probably a little bit, probably after SmackDown, we'll talk about TNA, AMC debut. And then maybe after that, we'll do your Dynamite review. And then Ring of Honor as well will be on the schedule for this weekend, along with the predictions for Genesis, the review for Genesis on Sunday, Niners post game tomorrow night, win or lose. We'll see what happens with that. If they lose, then I'll do a separate video for saying goodbye to their 2025-26 season and looking ahead to 26-27, which I think will be brighter, hopefully. But we'll see what happens with that. So lots of stuff coming away. Please hit that goddamn bell, because if you don't, I'm going to make you hit the bell. I'm just going to grab a bell and hit you with it. To make you hit that, then, you hit that bell anyway. So don't miss anything, because if you do, I'm not gonna tell you. That's it. I'm like, well, you missed it. Too bad for you. That's that. Alright guys, time to watch SmackDown. Should be a great show. Show! Drew McIntyre is gonna start the show. The new unified champion. Undisputed champion, whatever you want to call him. We got lots of matches in that tournament to crown a number one contender. I think to CM Punk's title. We'll see what happens with that. Should be some good stuff. No women's matches I've heard yet, but your 3-hour cure for insomnia. I almost said 2, but it's 3-hour cure for insomnia. SmackDown coming away from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So grab your lunch now or during the show. And then after the show, you can take a nice nap. And then do whatever you got to do on your Friday night. Have a nice dinner. Go out to the nightclub. Just be safe and be well. Whatever you're going to do tonight. And that's pretty much it. I'm staying in because not feeling that great today. But hopefully by the night, maybe I'll go out tonight. Maybe I'm not going out tomorrow. Definitely not going out tomorrow. We're getting a storm. So probably just going to Netflix and chill this weekend, besides watching Genesis and the Niner game, and maybe a little bit of the Triple R show, and we'll see what happens with that. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace!